something is true or not in this sense, whether this image is an accurate representation of the Earth, is if it's not, they would be lying. And since I couldn't know, then I couldn't make the claim that this is false, right?
No, it's to put it more broadly, you'd have to you're making a claim that the Earth is flat and that the photos that have been represented of it not being flat are false. And to make that representation, you'd also have to follow up with the claim. You'd have a more broader claim as if all photographs are fake.
Oh no, not all photographs.
Well, you're talking about the majority of photographs that have been taken, but there's no pictures of a real flat Earth, though.
Well, what do you mean by a picture of a real flat Earth?
Meaning in the sense that if you were to present me with a photo of a flat Earth right now, which I assume you're going to do so, I could probably disprove it.
Well, dude, I can. I'm in a skate park, right? I can stand on this. Let me see what this thing is. Half pipe here. I can stand on this half pipe. I can aim my camera down, and I can literally present to you as if I'm standing on a globe, right? I can make it look like it's skate park Earth, right? So when you say a picture of the flat Earth, like what is that? What would that be? Are you trying to say
I
an
meant
image of
for
the
the
Earth
distance
from
with the same type
very
of
far away?
magnification. I meant in the
Yeah.
NASA sense, right, where you take pictures from space, right, where you can actually see the end, what you would conceive as the beginning and the end of the flat Earth, right, the 2 points, point A and point B,
Right. So in your mind, what would that look like?
just a line. I don't know, a line with some thickness
Like
probably, because you
maybe
wouldn't
like
even
the
need anything
table,
to, yeah.
maybe like the table in the kitchen, maybe. Or we walked in the kitchen and we
I
saw a
believe it can, but
table.
it wouldn't be that smooth or refined.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I've heard claims. Check this out. I've heard claims from various globe, quote unquote, self-professed scientists, whatever the heck they call themselves. You know, one being Neil deGrasse Tyson, and that's just the most famous one I can remember at the moment, who basically said, and I've read other people who've backed it up within the tolerances. He's not Neil. I'll just tell you this way: this claim I'm about to tell you from Neil is not 100% accurate in the precision of the values, but it's pretty good. So his claim is that if you scale the Earth to the size of a cue ball, a billiard ball, that the Earth's topographical variance would be mechanically smoother than an engineered billiard ball. So if you took that variance and laid it out, you would end up with a very, very flat table. Right? Or am I wrong? Just hypothetically, I think that's correct, right? If that variance is true, and the Earth's variance is as smooth as a billiard ball, if I took a billiard ball smoothness and put it on the surface of a table, that table would be described as flat, right?
because the ball is rolling. I'm confused.
No. Just the topographical variance, like the difference between the highest point and lowest point across the mean line, the differentiation of the Earth's surface is alleged to be by this homeboy Neil deGrasse Tyson and various other people within the tolerance of something like a cue ball. Now, if you feel a cue ball, that thing is smooth to your touch. In fact, Mr. Neal describes it as if a giant grabbed the earth, he would feel it smooth as a cue ball. So if I took something that smooth and I arranged it in a planar nature on the surface of a table, I could accurately describe that overall table as flat, right?
Yeah, with an exterior object on it. I don't get what you're trying to claim.
All right, so you at least agree that something that smooth, that's arranged in a horizontal plane, like a table, would be described as flat, yes or no?
Yes, it would be considered flat, but you're also mentioning the
Perfect.
which I don't get how this element is relevant, because you put the cue ball on the table itself. That's an exterior object. So are you talking about the cue ball, or are you talking about the table? Because the cue ball would be considered spherical in alone of itself. So go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry it's so complicated, but I was basically analogizing the differentiation in the surface undulations, right? So rises, falls, dips, crevices, crevasses, nicks, all of these things. That if you oriented them in a circle, right, you would obviously have a circle. But if you took that circle with the same variations and unrolled it to be a flat horizontal line, then if it contains the same smoothness as a cue ball and you applied that variance onto a table surface, you'd end up with a flat table, which you agreed yes. So it's not that I'm placing a cue ball on a table, it's that I'm matching the differentiation in the surface variance. Just I'm arranging it horizontally versus arranging it around a ball. Does that make sense now?
Sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
So that being said, what would a picture of a flat Earth look like to you? Because I'll tell you what, if I stood above my table and I didn't have the entire table in frame, right?
In what perspectual
I could
sense?
just
Meaning
I
what
could just
position are you
focus. Oh,
taking
go ahead.
exactly?
Well, I don't want to stand on the table in this example, so let's just say I'm hovering over the table with a little
No, from what
drone.
distance? What axiom?
Okay, let's just say I measure from the corners of the table to the center. So now I have a direct center, right?
So you're admitting that distance matters now, right? When you view an object.
Okay, hold on, friend.
So like the farther away you go from it, it appears smaller, right?
Well, obviously,
Yeah. And you can get a whole image of what it looks like.
plus or minus any optical effects that you can do with focal length and all of that.
So if you go
There
too
is a
far
certain
away, you
range
get
you
an
can fudge
unclear
it.
picture of what that thing is, right? So would you agree with that?
It depends on what you're using for your optic.
No, no, what I'm saying is that you get a less clear picture if you were to keep stepping back, right? Of what that object that you're focusing on. So if I were to go farther away from my monitor, I'd be less likely to make out a word on the screen
True,
that I've prompted, right? You'd agree with that?
true. Yep.
Okay, then the opposing force is that the closer you get
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemies dropping into the AO. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
Rep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. There we are.
Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up, grab your shoots.
Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Mark a drop point for your squad and lead them in. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Down to you, soldiers. Stay sharp. Squad mates redeploying. Well done. You got reinforcements inbound. Target down. Marking the rest of them.
Close.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work. Squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Contact!
You're losing ground. Move it.
Oh, fuck me.
Some of your squad's outside the safe zone. You got a loadout drop inbound.
Moving here.
Squad mate left the AO. We'll reduce your redeployment time.
Finishing.
Yeah, that's hard that time.
Okay, it's level 1. Fuck me.
Gear up fast. We're about to get evil. time's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
Rep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. There we are.
Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up, grab your chutes.
We're cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Let's get this done. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Requesting counter UAV.
Copy. Counter UAV running signal service.
He's on the roof. Can zip to him. Zip to him. I'm gonna zip to him. I think get up on the roof.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy that. Phoenix 2-3 is on station. Strike inbound.
I downed him.
Grenade out.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Got gas moving in. Your squad is down. Stay alive to bring them back.
Keep the keys. Long gun, he's on
Your squad mates
he's behind
redeploying.
you.
Well
Watch
done.
out. Frost, behind you. Above you, above you. You're getting sniped at too.
Bounty target's gone dark. We lost the contract. We are returning you to the front. Earn this. We got a loadout drop inbound.
Almost got you, Peanut. Watch out, he's sniping over that way, fool. Give me a shit gun. Let's get the good one.
Let's clean the field of these a-holes. After I clean
Watch out, Nickel.
You're the last one standing, soldier. Survive until your squad can Be advised, deployed a buy station.
We're down! Help me out!
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Stand by for redeployment.
Let's make a deal. I help you win, and you give me
Let's come on out!
power.
25 are still active in the AO.
That armor looks pretty claw on you.
Gas is inbound.
Hairball.
Ammo here!
Squad made it to the safe zone.
Upgrade out. Sniffing that for me?
Target, right here.
Enemies dropping into the AO. You got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Let's come on out!
Across the roof here.
Attack map to hunt down the rest.
Sniper here.
Surgeons is about to end. Make it count.
I cracked him
Enemy
underneath you.
soldier incoming.
I see an enemy.
Gas is closing in. Be advised, you still have squad mates outside the safe zone. Fire sale's over. Adjusting price.
Watch for
He
movement.
dropped down. He dropped underneath you.
Resurgence has been deactivated. This is the end game. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now. Enemy buy station incoming.
I'm out.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy. Phoenix 2-3 on approach. Strike inbound.
Dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Flash.
Gas is moving. Head to the safe zone.
Fuck me, man.
Shit!
Nine left. Keep the pressure on.
That armor looks radical on you.
Gas is moving in. New free zone located.
Where are you headed?
You're losing ground. Move it. Move to the safe zone.
Good job.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps.
Camping around the roof.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Gas is closing in. 4 remaining.
No fucking way.
Oh boy, only 5 remain. You were close. We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Prep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move.
Gang's all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's roll. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up
Where
the
are we
countdown.
going?
Gather some contact here. Solid elbow to me.
Enemy soldier incoming.
See an enemy.
Secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on your attack map.
Water sword incoming!
We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
Movement's moving.
Bomb drones up!
Bombs are all in hot.
Took out the armor box!
Protect on target.
drop is inbound.
Moving here.
You're losing ground. Move it. One supply box down. 2 remain.
Moving here. Cancel that.
Your squad made it to the safe zone. 1 supply box remaining. Move and secure that daggone thing. All supply boxes secure. Contract complete. You got a loadout drop inbound.
Enemy in the area.
Only 25 remain.
Watch
The
your
rest
back,
of that
partner.
squad on your tac map. Go get hunting. Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
Contact!
Eyes up. This area's hot.
Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. Get ready. You're redeploying. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Got one spotted here.
Gas is closing in.
After I clean myself.
Squad's in the safe zone.
Fuck, are you revivable?
Hold tight, I got you.
Got gas inbound.
large
Safe
caliber
zone
rounds.
relocated. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced.
Hairball.
Squad mate left the AO. We'll reduce your redeployment time.
Looks tragic claw on you.
Be advised, enemies deployed a buy station. Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six. Got gas moving in. Confirmed, and we located the rest of them.
Gotta take a pause. Reloading!
Enemy buy station incoming. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. One more second chance. Heads up, buy stations are inbound.
Sorry, hairball.
Gas is moving.
Any catnip in there for me?
Less than 25, we're still standing. Failure ain't fatal. It's just an opportunity to do better.
Getting lit up! I'll meet there some other time.
Unbelievable.
Come on, man. Fuck out the way.
No. I'm thinking it's good that you think that. I'm thinking. So,
It's just it's just a convention. You just pick any process duration and assign a convention to it. Assign a unit to that convention.
Gear up fast.
Every
We're
time
about
that
to get
process
evil.
occurs, the convention that you just described.
They're dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Wait a minute. Does that mean there was no time before they decided to start doing that? Well, let me ask this question. Before
Enemy dropping into the AO.
were women capable of getting pregnant approximately 9 months later popping out? The answer is yes, right?
Yeah.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone.
When it's time to pop a kid out, right?
Yeah.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish
So all
up.
these
We're airborne in
processes
3.
are occurring regardless of how
Hang on here.
decide
Word
to
came
measure
down.
the
We are green to go. So gear up, grab your shoots. We're going to the war zone. We're cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
conclusion. Got what?
I'll see you on the other side. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
Hey, yo,
Your
where we
team
going?
leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier.
That's what I'm asking you.
For example, the second, right? When it comes to, let's say, the cesium atom vibrating, a second is not one vibration. It's like a particular, it's like 1,247 vibrations. So they just a second to something that does a certain amount of things in something of which a second. So they already had a concept of a second before they measured it against cesium. See what I'm saying?
Well, time is pretty much pattern of events.
Yeah, but true. But now we're talking about processes that exist in tangible physical reality and ways in which we measure units of the duration between the start and end of those processes. What's his name, you?
No, I don't do that. I don't fool, I don't mess around. When I'm on stuff like this, I'm serious.
I don't see any mics, but I... They already had a concept of a
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
Or they at least had a span that they were going to say, okay, we're going to do an increment of duration that they can span. We're going to call it a day. And that's a recurring event. And it's approximately this amount, 24.
It's all on you. Stay alive so your squad can redeploy. You got gas
It's
moving
alright,
in.
boys. It's all
Right,
on me.
now we're going to divide that into an
Your
even
squad
smaller
mates redeploying. Well done.
seconds, which is also going to be 6.
Okay, I guess you could do that. Yeah.
So now that we've done that, now that we've done that, we need to find something
You've
which
got
will
reinforcements
fit
inbound.
that to give us a device that tells us 1 minute has passed. So that's either going to be
All right, your squad's in the safe zone.
the amount of time it takes it to rotate, or the amount of wheels it has. It's going to tick off a second, or cesium, and it doesn't matter.
It's kind of how we've done everything, really. Some things that are kind of arbitrary. What is it called? Clean it towards a liquid. I mean, you can take almost anything in it and it holds the liquid. A t-shirt would hold the liquid. A shoe would, yeah. I disagree, but that's okay. All the evidence I've seen says it's oblates fuel. All the evidence you've seen says it's flat.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. Still confirmed. We located the rest of them.
I've seen of the sun and stuff like that. Yeah, just. I've seen videos of stuff like that, and I've actually seen some stuff for myself. I haven't learned how to research, but it's just basic stuff.
Moving this way.
25 are left. Stay sharp out there.
So real life videos aren't okay to use as evidence for either side?
Visual on the enemy.
What we're trying to do is that the whole world is an experience of the internal mind, right? So how you interact with the world is entirely based on your faculties that exist within your mind. That's all you have. If you didn't have these faculties present in the beginning, you wouldn't be able to rationalize anything external to yourself. No, not necessarily.
Gas is inbound.
I'm a realist. I'm not a philosopher, so I'm not too
Some of your squad's outside the safe zone.
Got some cat-like reflexes there.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
do stuff. I react certain ways. Yeah.
Your squad mate's back on station. Good work.
But before you answer, Deken, I want to tell you what's at stake here. So earlier, somebody in here basically said, if the Earth is not a globe, I'm insane. So think about the complications there. Okay, so if you answer wrongly, bro, bad things can happen. You could literally go nuts.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. You got reinforcements inbound.
Yeah, it's a little over the edge, bro. What I'm just saying is that your confidence in your perceptions of reality and your intuitions being congruent with that are ingrained into your self-identity. To so much so that if you lose that, you could literally doubt the very sanity of yourself and literally think that your mind is your enemy. And then rather than think that you're wrong, you decide to declare yourself insane because it's better to be insane than to be wrong.
Having cerebral palsy in a way is kind of negative.
Down to you, soldiers. Stay strong.
That's how
Resurgence is about to end. Make it count.
I see. Yeah, so you actually have like a personal experience with a limitation that's contrary to your like what you want to accomplish, right?
Gas is closing in.
It's a boat horn, someone's recording.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
I don't know, bro. I've engaged. Hold on. I've engaged with Brandon.
Fire sale's over.
Right?
Adjusting prices.
Actually, the only sentiment that I've ever seen him express, and what I mean by that is the only lack of ability that he's ever expressed, is the rate at which he's able to speak slower than he probably otherwise would. But other than that, I've never seen any knock against general intelligence in any way, shape, or form. Right? Because, so I guess what I'm asking is, because obviously I'm not an expert on cerebral palsy, but is it primarily like a physical constraint from the brain?
Resurgence has closed. Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
But from what I memorized, I can't really call it. My retention is not that good.
Get ready. You're redeploying.
I know what you're doing.
Brandon, if you forget things now and then, now would be a set of data to forget tomorrow.
Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. It's for keeps.
Well, I was making fun of that guy, bro. I was just saying you might want to forget that guy.
Yeah, but this guy who was talking, I'm
Gas is moving.
making fun of me in a fun way, and I'm malicious.
Yeah, he's cool.
Fuck is this line, bro?
What's going on? I could, but all we have is our experiences. If you can give me something else, then cool, but until then, all I have is my experience.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, that's where we started. Okay, tonight we started with two guys, one being Matthew Lawrence, the other being Golo Champio, or whatever his name was, flat earther dude. Where one of them said water's flat, and at the same level would be horizontal across its entire surface, and the other person said no, it's not flat, right? And all they both offered as evidence, not
Only 10 left. Only 10 remaining. They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back up there, yep. You're losing ground. Move it.
No, it's just evidence I've seen. I haven't done high-level research though. I mean, how I feel is the auto that the sun moving across the sky would change your size, and
Bruh.
it is
We don't know the
big,
sun's there.
it is a big ball of plasma, pretty much, with hydrogen it's fusion reactor, pretty much. It's fusing hydrogen elements may make heavier and heavier elements. Yeah. And electromagnetism. And gas leaks. Not always. I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's slow, no. But if it's fast, it might be visible. Use your sense of smell to find out. Okay.
Use this time for some target practice. Real thing's coming soon.
Can you smell the
Oh, kids.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Listen, you definitely smell different after severe sunburn.
Deken! Deken!
Contact!
Deken, what do you
Now
want?
you deploy to the war zone.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those quarters. There we are.
Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up. Grab your shoots.
Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Technically orange. So inside,
I'll see you on the other side.
Go get that, King.
Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
Get our load out. Win this, and then we'll just win quick. Kill everybody.
Dude, how would he know?
Moving here. Watch for movement.
Oh, nice. I think beer might get out.
Moving here. Watch for movement. Cancel that.
That'd be awesome.
The sun through a solar
The last time you gamed with
Yes.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Years?
No, not years.
Yeah.
Really?
Since I was back at my other place I was renting.
Did you move places from where you were living?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, dude,
Dude, I got
Yeah,
a
from the
radar.
Yeah, but if you had a giant,
Yeah, put that up right now if you can, if you have one.
it's a directed device, right? So
There's definitely guys here, yeah.
possible to create something that could shine effects.
There we go, okay.
It's not impossible.
Oh, he's on the road.
Your squad mate's marked as a most wanted target. Kill enemies and secure supply caches to help take the bounty off their head.
No, the sun does. Solo.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Yeah, top of that roof. Down one on top. Good shit.
If the sun had
Confirmed, and we located the rest of them.
water curve,
Nice. Alright.
Good shit.
It has nothing to do with waddle.
We got no, we don't. We have
now that
5,000
we know the
bucks.
sun has nothing to do with the surface of the earth. Is the surface of the earth curved?
I can say we have plenty, but we do not.
Hey, 7G.
All right, so now that we
One
know
way to
it has
go.
nothing to do with the shape, is the surface
Another portable up.
of the earth curved?
Yeah, there's
or
nobody
flat?
around.
Yeah, I'm hitting this deployable.
See an enemy.
Because
Yeah,
of
guy. Oh shit! Whole team right here in front of me.
of
Somebody coming in as well.
It's a bad deal. Bad spot. Oh, another team over here.
Yeah, Cack, over towards the zip. There's 3 guys coming towards you. They're taking the zip right now.
hold on, I was showing out.
Oh fuck.
Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
As a general consensus, the sun is. What is that the general consensus between flat earthers?
Taking the zip out of here.
Your squad mates back on station. Good work.
It's a consensus within the flat earth
Head to the safe zone.
trying to say.
So why don't we just get in the circle somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna have Lodi coming here soon too.
Yeah, I'm going over here.
I'll land wherever you're at, Cack. I'll help you. Oh, load it. Load out.
Loadout
Let's just
drop
hit
headed
that.
your way.
Although there's gonna be guys right on it. I'm gonna hit it anyways.
Yeah, that's what she said.
I don't know what this is gonna be. Like, trying to pick something?
Back this way. Whole team. Whole team. Whole team.
Lying. These people lying. Yeah.
Yeah, over here.
Fine, nice.
They're in there. Down one.
Cack, they're gonna be coming up from behind us as well. Okay. Let's just keep moving that way. Otherwise, we're gonna get pinched from behind. Or else we gotta turn around.
Oh shit!
We have to decide what we're doing.
We can hold these guys behind us.
Okay.
Marking the rest of that squad on your tac map.
Oh fuck!
Go get hunting.
Bad deal here.
Yeah,
No,
I got
Deken right there. On that corner. God damn.
It's a valiant effort. Keep your head up. Return to base for
I don't know. Okay. That's pretty cool. Well, I was taught round, but I'm always open to different. I'm always open to learning differently. If that makes sense. Like I would never say you're wrong. I would just say I haven't if you know what I'm trying to say. Like I'm a very rational guy, so I take both arguments and I look them over very carefully and then make a decision. So I'd say right now I'm agnostic about flat Earth and round. Yeah, neutral Nelly. Yeah.
agnosticism isn't in the middle. Agnosticism is neither. So you can't be in the middle with your. Well, no, it would never be a spectrum. You could be like agnostic towards one belief, but not agnostic to another. So it wouldn't necessarily be a spectrum. It could be like a graph with multiple acts.
Use this time for some target practice. Real thing's coming soon. Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
It is absolutely true that I exist.
Prep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. Gang's all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's roll. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight. Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad, soldier.
See an enemy. Moving here. See an enemy.
Enemy soldier incoming. Positive ID on the bounty.
Careful, area is hot.
Movement here. Get ready. You're redeploying.
Get lit up!
I downed him. I downed him.
Squad mates redeploying. Well done.
What is with the medical talk? Alright, that's it. Meeting anybody who has any medical related anything to say.
Ammo here!
No, it's gonna go down a rabbit hole that we don't want it to go. The other guys should have coming
The
in.
globe. The globe.
No. Anyway, back to the top.
What's with this turn? We can fly like a bird.
See an enemy. See an enemy.
I pissed them off. There's many teams. I saw many
Got
teams.
gas moving in. Oh, that some bitch. Bounty contract's been pulled. Somebody's outside the safe zone.
I downed one. His other buddy's hurt. I fucked up, man. I should have had that guy to the side of it. No way.
We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
Taking effective fire!
Oh shit. Oh shit.
I got you.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe
Thank you,
zone.
good sir. I would like some plates too, my friend. Do you have any plates?
I'm good. I'm good.
Here.
Hey, Bird. Cancel that.
Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah, I suppose.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
Sorry, terrible. You're pretty athletic.
What's going on? My brain's so simple.
Grenade out!
25 are still active in the AO. Gas is inbound. All right, your squad's in the safe zone. Remained. They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back up there, yep.
Processes they go through, transferring energy from input to long statement at the end. So
if
does
you
a
would
dead
perceive
brain
as,
have morality?
what was that?
Does a dead brain have morality?
Does a brain have morality?
No, a
What do you
dead
mean?
one. So a
It
dead
contains
person's
morality.
brain. How does a dead person's brain contain morality?
I feel like it's in the similar manner of you turning off your computer and how it memorizes what you did before that, the RAM and the VRAM. I would imagine that's how it works. Right? So it's basically think of a dead human as someone with no power, right? They're powered off. I don't know how more in depth you want me to get with it. So if
Yeah,
we were to
sure. So
find a way,
can a PC run software when it has no power?
so if we were to put that dead, not that dead person, well, they could be dead, right? You put them back on life support, right? So they're technically alive. So the brain is turned on. So
Gear up fast, we're about to get evil. Prep time's over, now you deploy to the war zone.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. Here you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. We're up in 3. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's roll. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
Where are we going? Mark it up.
Set a drop point for your squad, soldier. Moving this way.
About to cross over. Suck it up, mate.
Enemy soldier
Watch the
incoming.
movement. I see an enemy.
Wait, one shot. Fuck.
Failure ain't fair.
Nope, morality is a descriptive factor. It's a process with output information that have no variable expression on it. No, it correlates with how we act, but it doesn't dictate.
it still dictates it subconsciously speaking. Yes, it does.
No, it can determine us. It can determine us, but it will require other variables to either be removed or to act with that process.
So if you think, okay, so if morals are objective, right, then there has to be an arbiter behind it. It's because of the contingents.
No,
Gear up fast, we're about to get evil. Prep time's over, now you deploy to the war zone.
And having power.
Let's get that bird spinning. Finish up. We're airborne in 3. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up. Grab your chutes. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
Let's roll. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Scavenger contract.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Watch for movement.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Enemies dropping. Down to you, soldier. Stay sharp. We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
Moving here. Watch for movement.
Destroyed the target.
Only 25 remain. Loadout drop headed your way. Get ready. You're redeploying. Enemy soldier incoming.
Might not see me the rest of the match.
Enemy.
the fuck out this loadout.
You're getting another chance. Make it count. Squad mates redeploying. Well done. Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Let's make a deal.
Down one squad mate. We'll get you redeployed faster.
A-holes. Right after I clean
Go get your revenge.
Hey, check your fire!
Enemies are moving into the area. Watch the skies.
See that? Watch
Yeah,
the
right
road.
here, right here. Fuck me. That's so fucking stupid, man.
Losing ground. 25 remain.
Yes. Yes, the morality that we express is individually is individually based, but that doesn't mean there isn't an ultimate reality. Yeah, I can't do that because I don't have epistemic access to the ontological, necessary ultimate morality. So if we were to process the absolute truths, we would have a perfect brain in a perfect situation where there are no variables pushing against that perfect brain, and then allow it to run the process of determining moral stances. Something we can't do. No, not necessarily. It's just highly unlikely. Yes, there could be material perfect. There is a brain. It doesn't mean subjective something in that brain. And that brain should be able to run the process.
Gear up fast. We're about to get evil. Enemy soldier incoming.
My homie's back, man.
What are you doing?
Enemies dropping into the AO. All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the Warzone has been authorized.
That's like, how many people? And no one's...
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. Hands all here. Word came down. We are green to go. So gear up, grab your chutes. We're going to the war zone. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
See you on the other side. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster.
Let's get it, boys.
Supply boxes marked. Secure those locations. Wet mud.
Hey man, you got any guns in here you want to share?
One supply box down. 2 remain.
I can really use one.
Enemy marked.
He's so lit, he's so lit. Oh, I had a guy behind me.
Yeah. One more guy across the street.
Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
Good job, boys.
One supply box remaining. Move and secure that daggone thing.
I'm gonna drop my money by the by.
Track complete. All supply boxes secured. You got a loadout drop inbound.
I got a munitions box too. Okay.
Let's make a deal. I help you win, and you give me tummy rubs for an hour.
Grab this bounty.
You're losing ground. Move it. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down. Your squad made it to the safe zone. Loadout drop headed your way. Confirmed. We located the rest of them. Oh, one kill. Mark the suspect squad on the attack map. Get hunting.
Get off the roof.
Oh, no fucking way, he's right here.
25 left.
He's selfing.
He's selfing.
squad mates redeploying. Well done. You're back on station. Go get
Go
after
for
it.
loadout.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
He's dropping on.
Dude, what a bunch of pussies, dude. Hold on. Look, they're almost dead. Both of them are almost dead.
One's down. They're getting revived right now.
25 remain.
You talking to me or gods or dogs? Yeah.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by.
Yo.
Yo.
I've had 2 wins so far today. I've played like 4 games.
Oh man, you're a champion.
Believe in us.
You're
No,
a champion.
I got carried. You guys gonna carry me in this game?
We'll try to carry Bill.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. Gear up, grab your chutes. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
I'll see you on the other side. Resurgence. Survive and your team can redeploy. Eliminate targets to bring them back faster. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the supply boxes marked. Squad medical. By an enemy squad. Evade and survive. Resurging. Go get your revenge.
Enemy hostile located. Enemy marked.
13 seconds.
Bro, you're crazy.
Squad mates back on station. Good work. Enemies dropping into the AO.
Yo, I got no guns for this, man.
Supply box secured. 2 to go.
I gotta buy.
Home drone is off. Your squad mates redeploying. Well done. Confirmed kill. Remaining operators from that squad. Hunt them down. Marking the rest of that squad on your TAC map. Get hunting.
We got some more teammates coming too.
Two supply boxes secured. One remaining. Enemy soldier incoming. Complete. All supply boxes secured. You're losing ground. Move it. We are returning you to the front. Earn this.
There's a bunch of shit on this. And I can almost buy it. If you draw me your money, I can buy it. Please buy it.
Your squad made it to the safe zone.
Best not to turn your lasers.
Stand by for redeployment.
Might not see me.
Person, you saw him crossing to your left.
One loader, I load up. The
You
wolf
got
won't chase him
reinforcements
somewhere.
inbound.
There's people to your left, be careful.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. No effect on target. Marking the rest of that squad on your TAC map. Go get hunting.
Got spotted, I don't know where from.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Copy. Counter UAV is blocking enemy recon. Careful, area's hot. Counter UAV is returning to base.
You're not one of those people who think the level isn't up.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Right, so level is up.
Gas is moving. Positive ID on the bounty targets. Hunt them down.
So 2 points can be level while not being on the same level. Right.
Let me get your money, Green.
All squad members are in the safe zone.
Yeah, so it's level and not level at the same time.
Requesting recon fire.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Right, so it's not level, like you can't connect them with a straight line.
Marking the rest of them.
No. You can't. You can't do it. Normal people can do it. Right. Normal people can do it. You can't. Don't say you can't. Don't say you can't. Yeah, just make a level line with a tool called a level.
All bounty targets destroyed. Hell of a job.
Yeah, it gives you equal elevation between 2 points.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Enemies dropping into the AO. They hit us hard that time.
Plus the miles, still up.
Well, you can. It just.
You can.
No, you can't. Not on a sphere. Not if the.
But in reality, I can.
No, you can't.
But he can. Sure, I can. Anybody can.
Reality is close enough. Even if they're different, the differences are not noticeable.
So they're different, but they're not different.
They're different, but not different enough.
Right. Okay.
There's no such thing as a precise measurement. Like an inch is not
Oh,
exactly
here we go.
an inch, or a mile is not exactly a mile.
All right. Here we go.
Like, what's your demonstration of this? Because transcontinental arc parallel found that there was these verticals that were deviating, which caused the horizontals to not be on the same plane.
Right. So you think that you can't have a horizontal line?
No, I don't think that. I think that you can't get two verticals that are based on plumb, so based on the shape of the Earth, that you then draw horizontal lines off, and those two horizontal lines will be on the same plane. That can't happen. Can you
Yeah.
demonstrate it happening?
Yeah. You just get a level. You establish a horizontal, and then you have your perpendiculars to that. That's all.
How do you demonstrate both those perpendiculars at 90 degrees?
Well, they are perpendicular to horizontal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you just make a horizontal.
Yeah, but how do you know both perpendiculars are on the same plane? Or you can have two things that are perpendicular to the horizontal
Because
that aren't
they're
like
both
deviating or on.
because they're both perpendicular.
Yeah, none of this makes sense. It's just you saying that because they're perpendicular, they must be on the same plane. But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, exactly. You don't, right? But normal people do.
Well, the transcontinental arc, the parallel, seems to disagree with you. And it was over much bigger distances.
Good. So some paper says nah, but in reality on every elevation profile. That's how it works.
No, it wasn't just the sun. They
Yeah, but you have no idea how those surveying tools work. In fact, you have zero clue how they work. So
Gear up fast. We're about to get evil.
right, so you think that surveyors can't have a horizontal point? Right, so you think that verticals don't have to be perpendicular to horizontals.
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Right, so you have a contradiction.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. Gear up, grab your chutes. Enemy activity will be high. Expect contact early and often.
I'll see you on the other side. Resurgence. Stay alive to keep your squad in the fight.
Now let's go.
Moving.
Okay, so you cannot have a perpendicular vertical, or 2 perpendicular verticals. Right, so if they will be perpendicular to the horizontal, but not perpendicular to another horizontal. So they're perpendicular and not perpendicular at the same time.
Supply boxes. Locations are marked on your task map.
That can happen. Yeah, every elevation profile ever.
Enemy movement.
What'd you say? Google any elevation profile ever made. Yes, it does. Any elevation profile ever made. Oh, you'd be mistaken, my friend. Do you think that?
Confirmed. We located the rest of them.
Well, you're a liar.
Your squad mates redeploying. Well done.
Yeah, just search on Google.
One supply box down. 2 remain.
you are a liar. Because the little pictures that I show horizontal and vertical. No, no.
You're losing ground. Move it.
Any elevation profile.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Oh my god, there's two in there.
Right. So what would the verticals be perpendicular to? What would they be perpendicular to? Hello? Wow.
Loadout drop headed your way. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying.
Just look at the elevation profile. Just look at the elevation profile.
Now, I was just about to nap.
The distance in miles. You're a motor mouth, dude. The distance. What kind of distance is that? What is that?
I downed his ass on the roof.
From left to right. What is that?
Fuck, man.
Semtex out.
Slope distance? No, is it?
Fuckers running.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemies are dropping into the area. God, good kill. Marking the rest of that squad on your back map.
Contact.
What is it on the drawing, sir?
There is no perpendicular on this drawing. Distance in miles doesn't mean that there has to be a horizontal.
That would be a horizontal distance, wouldn't it?
The chart that contains information has a horizontal and a vertical axis. Therefore, in reality, there has to be horizontals coming off every perpendicular reference in the chart. That makes no sense. What reification does.
So it's a conspiracy then? Is it
No,
fake?
it's a reification fallacy. It's an illogical law.
It's a reification fallacy. Right. Okay.
Yeah, it is. You're saying that because the chart has a horizontal axis, therefore, in reality, the verticals contained in the chart must have horizontals referenced by the distance. That's not true. The distance can be a reference at an angle.
Right. So they're fake.
No, I never said they were fake. Are you not
So
capable of listening to the words I actually say?
so what do they represent?
So they
Actual
represent.
measurements or fake measurements?
So they reference actual measurements. So the mean sea level, the elevation, would be the distance between the mean sea level and whatever the peak of the mountain is. I think they usually do it through pressure to figure out elevation. And then for the distance in miles, it would be the distance possibly as a straight line, possibly following a pathway between one point and another point.
Possibly. So you don't know. So you don't
In
know.
either case, it's not a horizontal.
So what are the verticals perpendicular to again?
The verticals don't have to be perpendicular to anything. You can establish
Right.
vertical without having a perpendicular horizontal. I've said this a dozen times. How do you not understand it?
So
I
on
just
the
say, right, tell
profile,
me how don't you understand this? Can you establish a vertical without needing a horizontal first?
yes.
Yes, great.
You
So
could
why do you
hang
keep
upon
saying
that.
what are the verticals reference to?
Yeah. On those profiles, what are the verticals perpendicular to?
Their own individual horizontal.
So the points of equal elevation Do they lie in the same horizontal?
No.
Can you prove that on any elevation profile without a vertical change?
No, because elevation profiles
Right.
don't figure that out. Elevation profiles don't contain the horizontals to reference whether they're all on the same plane. It's literally
Yes, they do.
nothing to do with
Yes, they
horizontals.
do.
Okay, show it. Where?
Any elevation profile ever.
I'm looking at one right now. It has elevation, feet above sea level, and it has distance in miles between the points. Where does that
Right.
reference the horizontal?
That distance is a horizontal distance.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Do you want to know why? Because you have two peaks that have a distance between them. How can you have a horizontal distance between those two peaks? From peak to peak, it would have to be some form of diagonal, or it would have to be as
Yeah.
someone walks. So there may be a trail, which would, mean it'd be like some curve.
Right. But both of those verticals would be perpendicular to one
How
horizontal.
do you know that to be true? That goes against the actual measurement of
Because that's
whether
how they are
there's
measured.
horizontals in the same line.
That's how the mountain is measured, sir.
Where? What's the measurement they're doing that establishes
Have
the
you ever
horizontal?
heard of triangulation? Trigonometry.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's how they measure the mountain.
Yeah, so
Like
you're
a horizontal
saying
baseline.
creating a straight line between one point and another point, even though it's not referencing the shape of the actual Earth, like the mean shape of the Earth,
I'm not talking about shape of
means
the
that
earth.
the Earth must have straight lines.
I'm not talking about shape of the earth.
Well, triangulation doesn't have anything to do with horizontals or verticals per se. You can make triangulation work, and all you do is just like establish a couple of points and an angle.
Yeah. And they measure the mountain with a horizontal baseline. And they make a right angle triangle. And they take angles to the top of the mountain. And all along that horizontal line, the verticals will be parallel.
Yeah, so they make an abstract horizontal baseline. And why does that mean that the Earth must therefore be horizontal, or that the other vertical must share
I'm
the
not
same
saying
baseline?
anything about the earth. I'm just saying how they
Okay,
measure the
so
mountain.
where in this is the established horizontal? Are you talking about the abstract baseline? Because that's another reification base.
Well, look, if you're going to say everything's abstract, then there's no reason to talk.
No, I gave you a very real measurement of the US
Yeah, and
distance
I
from
give
shore to
you
seaboard to
every,
seaboard,
I
and
give
that
you
shows
every
vertical
elevation
axis, and that
profile
shows.
ever. And I gave you every elevation profile ever.
But
So
elevation profiles don't measure the shape of the Earth. They don't reference horizontals that are on the same
really,
plane.
wow,
Yeah.
funny.
I'm gonna blow my brains out.
It's pretty funny, right?
Like you guys are like, oh my gosh, crazy conversation I've ever heard.
I mean,
It is.
all right, try this. What is in a trail elevation profile? Where would you have the horizontal established between, say, 2 points of different elevation?
Anywhere you want.
No, it'd have to be perpendicular to something, because you can't get horizontals by themselves. They have to be perpendicular to something.
You can get a horizontal by yourself without a vertical.
Not if
Bullshit.
you're referencing like a true horizontal from on the Earth. Not if you're trying to establish a
You
shape.
can. Have you ever heard of a
No.
level, sir? Have you ever heard of a level?
Oh my God, how does the level work?
It makes a level. What do you mean? How does it work?
He was being
It's really fucking
sarcastic.
easy. I can tell you how a level works. Would you like me to tell
Yeah.
you how it works?
2
Great.
points of
A level
equal
works
elevation.
by having.
Oh, dude,
A
I
level
just told
works.
you.
A
I just
level
told you.
works by having a liquid and a gas of different density. The gas, because it's more buoyant, will find the center.
I just told you how it works. Okay? It establishes 2 points of equal elevation. And then you have a level. That's it.
Don't make me hurt you.
No, that's not how you get a level. Like you don't
Yes,
just get 2 points of equal elevation and then have a horizontal.
that's how it works.
Creates a level. A spirit level or a water level doesn't do that.
That is how they work.
No, they work off a plumb, a single vertical.
Yeah, that's. You could say invisible magic spiders are doing it, but what you need in reality is those 2 points on the ends to be at equal elevation. That's it.
No. A spirit level only needs 1 point where the bubble is, and a
Hope
water
you
Wrong.
like
level
it
only needs
rough.
1 point
Wrong.
where the like the air is, where the highest point is.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong about this. No, that's
You
why
are
you can
wrong.
have spirit levels where like one end of it
Well,
is bent, and it'll still show you a true horizontal off the other end, so you can do
if
90 degrees on the spirit level.
if either end of a level is not at equal elevation with the other, then it's not going to be level. The bubble's going to be out, or the water's going to flow out. So you're full of shit.
Still be level. It can still be level.
Wrong.
90 only on one side of the bubble, though.
Wrong again. You
It
have
can
no
still
idea
be
what you're talking.
level only on one side of the bubble. That's why you can use right
Wrong.
levels.
If that was true, then you wouldn't need 2 points. You could just have, and
What do you mean?
you could have a slope, and then say that it's
So
level, but it's not. You need 2 points, dude.
no, so you get your level, you have the bubble level in the center of your spirit level, and you could cut off one side of that spirit level, and the other side would still be level from that bubble point, from the vertical. Spirit levels only use one vertical.
Points aren't vertical. Points aren't horizontal. You need
I never
2
said they
points
were.
or a line. Right. You said vertical point. There is no vertical
Yeah,
point. No, there's no such
yeah,
thing as
there
a
is.
vertical
So
point.
you have a
No.
point, and then you draw a line from the point vertically down, following the direction of gravity to the
To
center of
another
the
point.
Earth, and you end
Right.
up with a vertical line from that one point, which I'm now calling the vertical point.
You
And then
need
if you have a horizontal off that on one side only, it still works. You don't need both sides to be horizontal.
2 points.
No, you only need the vertical, and then you can draw it out 90 degrees from the vertical.
A plumb line is 2 points, top to bottom.
Yeah, sure, that's fine, but why does that matter?
Yeah, you said you just need 1 point. That's retarded,
Yeah,
dude.
no, you can just use 1 point at which you've
Well,
established a
then
path.
there's no reason to have a line or a level. You could just have points.
You need 1 point where there's a line that establishes that vertical. And at that point where you know that there's a vertical, you do 90 degrees off that and you get your horizontal. That's how spirit levels work. Where that bubble is the point at which there is a vertical established. And then either side of that is 90 degrees off that vertical point. So if you have a really, really long spirit level, technically over that distance, it should no longer be on the same level, on the
Should
same
or isn't or is. Pick
well,
one.
so when I use should, it's because we don't have really long spirit levels that have the right tolerance for this. So I'm using should because we have other evidence that it should work this way, which is a arc-parallel large-scale surveying. Throws
But
spherical excess and deviation of level.
but that wouldn't be an abstraction, right?
My fans are
No,
the
this
reason
is an
I sing.
actual measurement.
But elevation profiles aren't actual measurements because that's what you said before, correct?
They
They're
are
just
measurements of
abstractions.
distance above sea level and distance between 2 points, but they're not measurements of any horizontals.
So elevation profiles where the distances between the vertical lines are horizontal, you're saying they're not horizontal.
Why do you think they're horizontal?
Because that's what they're relative to.
No. If you have two peaks that aren't of equal elevation, or even two peaks of equal elevation, nowhere in the distance between does it say it has to be horizontal. Why would you
But
say
they
it has
are.
to be horizontal? But
Because they are.
why are you saying that?
Well, they're either horizontal or they're not. Like if you have
Yeah,
a slope,
exactly.
then it's
They're
not
all not.
horizontal.
How about that? Does that mean it doesn't work anymore?
They are.
So you can't establish distance if they're not horizontal. Is that what you're saying?
You can't have the shortest distance, no.
Of course you can. I can have like
Wrong.
1 point that's a meter above sea level and another point that's 2 meters above sea level, but the shortest distance between those 2 points won't be horizontal.
Yeah, that would be a slope and not horizontal. That's not the shortest
Yeah, so
distance between the two axes, two
so
vertical
where in
axes.
these elevation profiles does it say that it's not a slope measuring the distance between those 2 points?
It's the shortest distance between the two axes.
Can be a slope. You just said that to me.
No, it is horizontal. The measurement might be sloped,
How
but
do
the
you know it's
shortest one would
horizontal?
be horizontal because it is straight line.
What's it? It can't be horizontal if it's sloped.
Right.
It can be a straight line. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but that doesn't mean a straight line is always horizontal, is it? Again, you can draw a sloping straight line between two distances of different elevation, and then it won't be horizontal. So where's the horizontal established in the elevation profiles?
It's established from a level.
What level? Where do they use levels in elevation?
The level that the surveyors use.
What level do surveyors use?
Auto levels, theodolites.
Yeah. And do you know what they do?
Yeah, they establish horizontal.
They establish 90 degrees from a vertical.
Horizontal, exactly.
So is there a theodolite that is looking towards a mountain, and then on that mountain there's a theodolite looking back at the other theodolite to test whether they're on the same horizontal?
I've never heard of anybody doing that.
Except for large-scale surveys after parallel.
And what are you asking?
Okay, great. So if you to use an auto level or a theodolite to establish the distance to another peak of a mountain, well then that could be on a different horizontal. There's no reason why that mountain has to be on the same horizontal as the theodolite to establish a distance.
Okay, so is the mountain lower, or does it just appear lower? Or
so if you were to draw a horizontal off the vertical, it would be lower compared to the other verticals horizontal. It would have a different horizontal line. It would appear lower compared to the horizontal line. But
is it lower?
Elevation, referencing the shape of the Earth, its elevation is possibly higher, possibly lower.
Is it lower relative to sea level? Yes or no?
Sea level curves.
Is it lower relative to sea level? Yes or no?
No, because sea level curves.
Okay, sea level is a point. This is how I know you don't know what you're talking about.
No, sea level is an established mean of the average height of the sea.
Right, a mean. So it's a point, not a surface. Okay, so again,
a mean isn't a point. A mean is an abstract set of numbers. You take multiple points
point.
and you average them out.
It's a point on a vertical datum. That's what mean sea level is.
No, mean sea level is an averaging of the sea levels around the world.
No, it's for an area, the tides of an area, not all over the world.
Yeah, pretty much all over the world. Yeah, if you do mean sea
level, wrong.
There are places on Earth where the sea level is higher, and there are others where the sea level is lower.
Right. So when you make an elevation profile for that area,
elevation, you don't always have to reference exactly what the times are at that point.
So I'm asking you, when you see something lower in the distance, is it lower or does it just appear lower? Answer the question. Answer the question.
I did. It appears lower, and it can also be lower. It depends if you're talking about something
can be
lower
or
elevation.
Can be or is.
Appears lower. What don't you understand about that?
So it's not really lower, is it? Because if it was lower, then the mountain would be shorter than it was measured to be with the horizontal baseline, wouldn't it?
So if you're talking about 2 points of equal elevation, and you're looking at
talking about the mountain
from another point, then it will look lower even though it's of equal elevation.
Right, so it just looks lower, correct?
Yes.
Okay, no further questions.
Right. Is that all you have? Just equivocating over, like, do you still not understand this whole, like, elevation profile thing? Are you going to keep
not actually lower?
My brain cells.
Are you going to keep posting the memes of, like, elevation?
Yeah, you better be careful because you don't have many brain cells to spare.
Okay, but these elevation profiles don't have horizontals attached. Can you show me like a chart for horizontal?
Yeah, Battle Mod's here. Let me just ask Mike. You've done surveying before, right?
Yeah, I can cut right in. Listen, you're right.
Mean sea level is just a point on a datum.
There you go.
It's a tidal. It's part of the tidal datum, but it's the mean surface level. So yeah, and what you're saying makes sense. Just because it appears to be, would it be in actuality? Is angler size any different than actual size or elevation or height? Because they're all different things. But
So 2 points of equal elevation, would they lie on the same horizontal plane?
Not according
yeah.
to all the evidence we have.
Yeah, listen, you're using the geodetic. You keep saying mean sea level wraps around the curve, but that's only in a geodetic theoretical model called a geoid. It's not in the definition of mean sea level or what it actually is. It's an average based on tidal heights and your
How
height
would you
from that.
establish if it's a
It's
geoid
just
or if it's a level set?
well, that's your problem, not mine.
So if you did like towers with theodolites and you found out
We
that
don't
those
measure a
branches of those
curved sea
theodolites
level,
didn't
so
connect and they diverged, then maybe you could establish that we live on
now
the
you're just
Earth's
rambling.
surface.
Come on, you. Let's dance.
Bro, you're braver than I really don't like to entertain this guy.
Yeah, we understand that you're a coward, Mike. That's fine. Most flat earthers are. That's why they
No,
don't call themselves flat earthers.
it's you and anybody with a one bit of integrity can see it already.
Yeah, it's because I spank you guys left and right over this sort of stuff.
What the fuck?
Correct. Welcome to the globe.
Yeah, you're such a pleasant chap. Bless
I
your
can be.
socks. Look, truth is, you're not a surveyor, and the information you get from people who play with the adiolites and all that, they're not surveyors either. Neither is Maine surveyor. He admitted it when he got defeated by Witsit. All your premises are crushed. It's just a datum point. It's a point on a coordinate system, and you're trying to hyperinflate it to what you
What's
need
wrong
it
with my
to,
argument, though?
or you need it because it's based on the false dichotomy that mean sea level wraps around the ball. Mean sea level is a curve. Show us that curved sea level, then I'll wait.
I never said that mean sea level is a curve because I've measured the sea level curve.
No,
I
you
said
said
it's
it's a
a curve
curved
because
line.
when we measure reality,
Elevation is only
your
curved
elevation will
in
kind
a
of ebb and flow.
theoretical
If you're
model called a
horizontal, then
geoid
two-thirds will
also.
equal elevation, and because of
My
that, we know that
fans
we live
are the
on a
reason
geoid
I
because
sing.
we're done it across large land masses. And then if we live on a geoid, then water would necessarily do the same thing as the surface of the Earth because
If.
it's all consistent. Yes,
Yeah, it's all
ifs.
based
I
on if.
understand if-then
So
statements, buddy.
it's
Basic logic.
it's not an argument. It's if what I say is true, I'm right. That's what it is.
No, if the measurements that we all take are true, then we can get conclusions from that. You understand how this works? It's Logic 101. If
Yeah, I
then
do. And
statements.
logically, we take all measurements in 2 dimensions, right? Planar, not polar.
What does that have to do with anything?
So logic would dictate if we have to convert it to polar, and when we do, it ends up with parts that don't fit on that we've actually measured, then it's probably not that shape that we chose to
No,
convert
that
to.
doesn't follow at all. I
It
don't
does
understand how this
follow
follows.
logically. If listen, if it was the shape and the coordinates and all the dimensions we say, then all the land we measure would fit on there, and that's logic.
But it does.
Let's get this party started.
It doesn't. That's why you have spherical excess. It's excess land. When you take a planar triangle and convert it to a spherical triangle, you lose volume. Well, that volume equals out to be miles of land that you've actually measured.
What? What are you talking about, Mike?
Well, yeah, what am I
Spherical
talking about?
excess shows that we're on a sphere.
No, it doesn't. It shows it's not a
does.
sphere.
It literally does.
It only happens
Why are the
after
lines
computations or
triangles that you've
corrections for
created
longitudinal and
surveying? It's
latitudinal
curved.
placements when you convert from planar to polar. You don't know what you're talking about,
So
sir, because you have no
you can only
experience in the
convert
field.
from planar to polar. Where's conversion from planar to polar?
Geodetic survey, that's where it's at.
Where?
Where? In the corrections. We measure, then we correct for longitude and
Where? What
latitudinal.
correction?
I'm answering that. We correct for longitudinal and latitudinal placements when there are two different coordinate systems. Planar is just Cartesian coordinates. For you to map it on a sphere, you have to convert it to its placement on a sphere. Nobody measures curve in reality.
The
What do you
spherical
mean?
axis is measured before they map
What do
onto
you
the
mean?
sphere.
No, it doesn't.
The spherical
I
excess
can
is
walk you
measured.
right through
The
the arc
spherical
of the
excess is
parallel.
measured. The spherical excess is
Listen,
measured before they put
you
it on the
can
sphere.
keep repeating it, but
The
no.
spherical
Even
excess
in
is measured before they put it on the sphere.
listen, dude, shut up. Even in the arc of the parallel, you can read the data. You have raw measurements that equal somewhere around 180 degrees, and then after you correct for longitudinal and latitudinal placement, you have a spherical triangle. There is no spherical triangle in the raw dimension or the
There's lots
raw.
of them. Yes,
There are not.
there are. The
Walk me through
spherical
the arc of
excess
the
is
parallel and show me to them. Show them to me. They got the whole datum. You can get them.
Right. I'll just let
No,
you
not
know
an image.
the
We're talking about a
spherical.
specific arc of the parallel. Any geodetic survey. Show me where they measure in reality a spherical
Yeah,
triangle and not
here it is.
not a 180-degree triangle.
Yeah, here it is.
This is just a clip from what?
Right.
Where's the link? What's it from?
What do you mean? What's it from?
Well, I'm not an idiot. I don't just accept images of data. So what is the data from? What survey?
It's from the PDF of the
What
transmission
PDF?
parallel. What do you mean? What PDF? The PDF of the
Observed
transmission
angles.
of
So
the.
if we take the three intersections of the angles, it adds up to 45,654. The three of them together come out to 179.9. That's observed angles. And then after correction, spherical angles equal spherical triangles. After corrections, it's right there in it. Observed angle, raw angles. Do you know how to do this? Sum up three angles to me. Can you do that?
Yes.
Do you know what these numbers even represent? Geographical
I know that there's a
positions?
column called spherical excess.
Yes, there is, and that's after
Yeah, the spherical.
corrections. It's
The
after
spherical excess, is
corrections.
that smaller or greater than the correction?
No, I'm pointing something out here. First, you
I
have
know
an
you're trying
observed
to
angle.
explain
No,
the
I'm
spherical
not. I'm
excess
trying to
greater
speak and you're not letting me.
than the
So you
correction.
have an observed angle, then you correct, right? First you observe the
And the
angle, you
correction is
write it
positives and
down,
negatives.
then you do the corrections. What you're doing on the corrections is either taking away or adding to longitudinal lateral lines, because in planar they don't converge, but in polar they do converge. So there will be a conversion rate. And you don't have spherical angles or spherical access to after corrections. This is a process, a mathematical process. It's computated.
So the spherical excess is it greater or lesser than the correction?
Yeah, it's at the very end of the process after you've already corrected for your observed angles and place them on a polar datum or spherical
Okay.
datum.
Observed angles, the correction is minus, so it reduces the angle, and you still end up with spherical excess. In some cases, it adds to it, and you still end up with spherical excess, but the addition doesn't account for the greater spherical excess that you encounter.
Come at me.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hear my
The
song and
correction is
dance
like
in the moonlight.
0.5, and you end up with a difference of 3. The correction can't count for that difference of 3, it can only count for 0.5.
That was
Let's
tough.
get this party started.
I felt the rush, and now I wear the crown. Come on, you. Let's dance. Come on, you. Let's dance. Can't stand still when the beat's kicking. Take that!
Man, get off my stage.
Here's something that won't wash off.
Oh, it figures. My router crashed and he split, huh? I won't debate geodetics or survey with that guy because he doesn't know anything about it. He has no experience. He's just taken the word of people he knows from gems. Main surveyor, Jesse Patholite, they all work together to try and validate Jesse's work and main surveyor's work, but neither of those motherfuckers are actual civil servants or surveyors or civil engineers. None of them. They say we measure spherical triangles in reality, and this is just not true. They take the very proof that it's not a globe and try to use it as proof that it is. That when you convert from planar to polar, you end up with excess. That's land that's left over that doesn't fit on the sphere, because a true triangle has greater volume or area than a spherical triangle. So land you actually measure and survey doesn't fit on the globe. And that would make a logical man say, well, it's probably not that dimensions or it's not a globe. I say it doesn't kill the globe, but it definitely is a notch against the dimensions. If the dimensions were true, then all the land we measure would fit and there would be no excess. And that excess only comes after corrections, after conversion, after converting from 2 dimensions to 3, from planar to polar. You're just plotting points in a datum. When you take it from a 2-dimensional datum to a spherical datum, what changes position? Due to converging lines. Cartesian coordinates don't have converging lines. Polar coordinates do. 2 dimensions, planar, that's Cartesian coordinates. Polar, they have converging lines that converge at the poles, so you absolutely had to convert. You don't just measure spherical axis in reality, you have to take measurements and computate it. You convert it from planar to spherical, then you get excess, not access. But without the conversion, there is no spherical triangle, because in reality, we measure true triangles or something close to 180 that is acceptable for human error. Because every measurement and survey that they try to give you that's absolute, well, the people who actually do it, we know it's approximate. It's just an approximation. It's good enough. It's an average. Most of them places, numbers are all averages and approximations. There's no absolution. In reality, you measure a true triangle. You don't measure a spherical triangle. It's impossible to do in a plane. You exist in a plane.
Well, the theodolite measures angles in a plane. So
Yeah,
I don't see how.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the operator measures an observed angle, and that theodolite just squares that all down and trues it for you. Okay. You can put better optics on it. You can have, most people just use a total station, and once it's been calibrated and leveled and set up properly, then you just push buttons and let the numbers roll out for the preset coordinates. You're just trying to fall within your mark for construction. Grade and level and elevation, those are all different things. It's the thing is that we know damn well at a great distance the angular size. So we'll see an angular height from a distance that will never be equal to the true height of the mountain, and that's due to angular size reduction. But they'll assert no, it shrunk. Well, you are 500 miles away from it. Yes, the angle to it is going to shrink and compress. We know this. It's known. It's like it's a house of cards built on lies. The foundation are false dichotomies. They're sand. They're not concrete. First rain comes, it's going to wash them away. And that rain will just be people who have experience and actually understand what they're talking about or have an education in it. If the fact that all the land we measure doesn't fit on the globe that they say we live on is proof we live on a globe, then I'm a shit. Crown me king. I'm king that day. All the land that we measure doesn't fit on it, and that means it's real? That doesn't make sense. They scream excess and they're proud of it, and if they actually knew what it was, maybe one day they'll wake up and say, damn, that fucking dude I called an idiot was right. There'll be a day when the lowest become the highest. The idiots become the intelligent, and that's when fools actually wake up and gain wisdom. It was that way all along. You were just too foolish to admit it or understand it because of your ignorance. People don't like to admit ignorance. They think that means they're stupid, but they're two separate categories. Stupid means I could teach you a whole bunch of shit and you could still be stupid. Ignorant just means you don't know that.
Anna,
You're unaware.
what has been going on in Egypt? It sounds serious.
Just a few ghosts are laying to rest. It's nothing to worry about.
I always worry, Anna.
It's Saturday
But I
night,
trust
man.
you
Where
are
your
doing what
guys'
is
normals,
right.
man? You're usually up in here battling.
Teaching this thing a lesson?
This is not the reunion I expected.
Look, I was.
Talon is here.
I've had that conversation with that dude 1,000 times, and all he ever says is, Jesse says it's this way, and he's a surveyor. He's not a surveyor. He's a farmer that bought an ancient fucking theodolite. Some ancient ass shit, you know? So,
in the AMA, we were all here.
I'm enemy over there.
They got scared by Nathan. They got Nathan. The AMA incident. I can love you guys.
you know, I don't know why anybody interacts with me. That is the most condescending, obnoxious.
I think you might find it something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thanks for the correction. See, I need somebody to do that for me full time.
Wonky.
Got a secretary that.
Get out of here, man.
They're not on the same plane as us, bro. They exist in a different plane.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
I got tired of beating up Globers on chess.com, so I came here to talk to actual toxic Globers. Get, I'm already here, bro. You didn't have to send me. You ain't gonna get rid of me. For me to leave, you gotta ban me, bro. I thought you knew that. You ain't banning me, I'm here. Smoking my weed and trolling his Globers.
Disrupting.
Many years really pay attention. I can be as sweet as it, and it just kills you, man. You can tell that
You're powered down. Get in there.
it's not straight up from her to
Time for the reckoning.
Not that big of a thing. There's nothing going on here that you need to hate people over. You know?
I'm not through
Conversations on the internet. The people that can't have those probably can't have them in real life either. So you should probably feel sorry for them. That's what my daughter was telling me. She said, you should feel sorry for that one.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh, they get to listen. That's why they come here. Yeah, that's why they come here, because you guys let them talk and nobody hears them in the world. She was talking about the real world. Nobody ever talks to them. That's why they're here, Dad. It's like being a kid. It's all the losers in life that rush here thinking those are dumb. Flat Earth, you gotta be dumb, and then they're mad from the moment they get here and realize we're not dumb. Everyday people, we're not undereducated. We do that. Some of of us even a life full experience, you know. Oh, this is the only place on the internet I've ever had a 14-year-old kid tell me he learned more in 7th grade than I learned in my entire academic career. Gave you Excalibur.
I've been knocked down before.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna point it out. I call him the Kool-Aid Kid.
Time for the reckoning! Heroes never die!
I call them Kool-Aid Kids because when we were kids, we used to put Kool-Aid in our hair every now and then, you know, look like a redhead.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
We grew up. We don't do that.
Yeah, don't you have a dog?
Yeah, I don't. As what? As an engineer? Oh, hold on. As a,
Let the Kitsune guide you!
oh, as an engineer, there isn't.
Sniper! Heroes never die. Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Oh. Yeah, Scott. Okay, it's my kid's obligation to individual, sure, but I'll still be there like a hurricane to wreck anything that gets in his way. That's my self-obligation. That I would endanger my mortal soul to save my child's life. I wouldn't care if the Creator condemned for eternity, so long as that spirit of the child.
Let the Kitsune guide you!
Say there's no greater love than your life. I say there is. On your immortal soul, I could do something and die that would keep me out of the promised land.
Heroes never die. Kitsune no kagizume o tokihanate!
Is it not herself? What if it wasn't? And I think that you score.
Oh, if it was. Oh no, listen. Yeah, it's not just my son. It's any kid.
Yeah.
Any child, women and child. Just you leave. Listen. It basically goes like this. You can do whatever you want, so long as you leave the women and children out of it. When you don't leave the women and children out of it, don't ask me why I brought a legion of demons with me to murder you and everybody you love.
In place of a child, what if it was me? And then, like, you would still do...
Together that strikes him down!
Yeah, I think you shouldn't do what...
Answering the recall is not
You should do what's right.
I had to show. Otherwise, your life would be far too easy.
You should want to,
What a shame
yes.
that would be.
The problem is, you know, Nowadays, morals became ethics, and not all people have to have.
You'll never guess what I heard when I tapped the Hashimoto's calls.
I don't do guesses. What's your price?
Now, now
I have a
it's
feeling
objective,
we're
but
going to get along.
There is no objective reality. That's sort of the problem. That's why they can say, "Oh, curve is 11."
I'm cool as long as they understand cause and effects.
Let's kick this.
Much better.
What's up, Crit? Batman, Jerry. Where's Larry? Look, that's even Vlad's up there. I've been wanting to go on all these other search lobbies and research papers and these political brainwashing. See if I can break it. Well, left wing and right wing, like every bird has two wings, right? They're all the same bird. He said, battle my dog.
Heroes never die.
Bill Bear, me, you know this is Bear.
Can you feel the heat?
Alright. I don't... A left room? Do I sound like a leftist?
Why is that called the sword room?
Tango spotted.
Listen. No, that...
Yeah, why is it
I don't... Listen.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
It's a male-form thought. I don't believe just... I don't believe I know it all. Because that's just not the truth. I don't beat down every guy. Some guys are right, it just doesn't do it. It's not that damn. Whatever. Too much of it.
And you built and you have practice to ensure that that is what we're talking about in the same
battle awaits me.
Correct.
We need to keep the payload moving forward.
It's not I doing anything. It's an effect. It's a product. Spherical access is a product of conversion from planar to polar ordinances. Due to converging... yes, polar implies it has poles, where Cartesian coordinates is planar. You can call them geodetics, but I'm giving you the actual terminology used in service. Planar and polar. Cartesian. It's Cartesian, yes. No, exactly. No, it comes from the conversion. In a flat plane, listen, you're left, we measure two-dimensional plane in which we exist. There's no way it's physically impossible for us to measure a curve. The dodo can label horizon, horizontal, level line. So this is. Listen, well, this picture doesn't establish horizontal. They're relative to sight because it's line of sight, but horizontal is just a tangent line, blank straight line. This is a line of sight, horizontal level of sight, line of sight. So this demonstrates how line of sight works when you're standing on a sphere. It actually doesn't apply to surface. And the definition of horizontal answer. Just to try to. But well, it's a context, and that's the prefix and the suffix. So, what's the suffix? Line of sight. Horizontal line of sight. It's not actually. Got to keep it in context. What? That just is talking about the way you see on a straight line. You can place that on any shape surface. You can add in topography, hills. Yeah, that's got nothing to do. Yeah, well, it does have something to do with survey when you're.
What is it?
That's it. Look.
It's parallel to the plane of the horizon, so we're gonna have many horizons. We're gonna have ground positions.
Yeah, it's a
tangent
line.
Circle around these positions, right? Or did you not know? You're not trying to get that far.
Well, a straight line out from that.
You would be laying on a horizontal plane. Like, okay, yes, keep proving horizontal is parallel to the plane of the horizon. That's level. I mean, it's a measurement. So, did you know? Hey, the more you know, level is.
What happened? Did he fall out?
The level being.
Okay, then at least.
Seems to upset him. Like, why does Mary heard languages upset you?
Yeah, these words are thrown around a lot, but the only thing I'm concerned with is how they apply to survey or evidence. And I see the biggest problem here. It's more of a debate over what is actually evidence.
Together this strikes him down.
What's up?
Hello.
This entire debate. What is proof? Well, that's what we question here.
I'm not your father. Shape up, or I'll have you cleaning stables.
Yeah.
Scared?
Can we
Unlocks in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I was specifically addressing the arc of.
Oh, what calculation? Of what?
Well, you do.
And then maybe
The measurement is listen. Hold on. Listen. Computation isn't a direct measurement. No. Now you're just being ridiculous. You'd be better off just having a little computation. I think homeboy is like a couple beers in. Here, let me fire my leader. He's smoking without. I was specifically talking about the fact that they call spherical access proof it's a globe. when you look at what it actually, well, they act like, listen, Dogs Are God says we measure spherical triangles in realities, but we don't. We had to convert to it. We have to first measure in planar, then
They took the lead.
convert
Come
to
on.
polar. And through the computation is where you come up with excess. No, listen.
Don't let them push it any further.
No, you wouldn't, because you would exist in one horizontal plane, so you'd never measure that curve. You'd just be taking planar measurements. That's the very premise. And on a beach ball, son. And on a beach ball. So relative to your surroundings, the only thing you would see is a level plane.
I'm on fire.
Because you can't measure the curvature. So listen to this. I want you to tell me how you do this. You take up a theodolite and you measure from 3 points, and you're creating 3 straight lines. You connect those 3 straight lines together in the angles of intersection. How, in reality, when you've created 3 straight lines and you have a true triangle, is it going to become spherical when you measure? Yeah, it's not spherical. You're saying we're going to measure spherical assets over a planar surface. No, the proper way to say it is when we convert from planar measurement to polar coordinate system, we end up with access land. That's geodetic survey. It's a very specific topic and a very specific argument. Yeah, they convert. So geodetic is when you try to build a model of a globe from a theoretical geoid model with poles. So if all your ifs, what's excess, and all that added up to reality, then a geoid model would not still be defined as a theoretical model.
But greater in spirit.
The first half. If all that shit added up to one concrete bullet, then your geoid wouldn't be a theoretical model.
There is no challenge I cannot face. Stop them.
If it meant anything. So the very point is you don't measure curve in reality, you just measure straight line. Nobody measures a spherical angle or a spherical triangle. You have to compute. Yeah. No, polar coordinate system. No, it's your wording. Your mail. It's a mail formed statement, comment, question, mail formed question. I don't measure a curve surface. Listen. On the scale of the Earth, we can't directly measure curvature. This is an admitted and known fact. That at the scale the Earth is, we cannot directly measure the true shape. So you keep saying over a curved surface. So listen. We're talking about whether or not you're measuring, whether or not you're... Listen, why don't you just tell me how you're measuring and prove that it's curved? It's called... Yeah, sin and cosine, you'd want a deviation, right? So you get a deviation from elevation, but you have to prove that deviation is consistent and wraps all the way around and creates a sphere. So we can measure a deviation. We can measure a deviation. On a curve, a hill. It deviates from elevation because hills, elevation, grade, elevation.
This ends now.
Deviation. That's a two-way question. That's a two-way question. How do you know it's a ball and not just hills when all we can measure on a scale are hills? Deviations from one elevation to the next. Yeah, but how do all these how do they add up into one fucking sphere? You're never once are you going to see curvature while you're measuring all these hills. You're just going to see deviations of elevation of land, meaning the land is going to rise and fall. No, it's not my problem, it's yours. We measure and play now. Listen, listen, what would you do to measure the curve? It's like telling me how to answer your fucking question. Why don't you measure the curve? Why don't you measure the curve and show us the process by which you did it? And we can discuss it. No, we didn't.
Tactical visor activated.
You're a moron. A basketball fits in my hands. I could use that. I could do that with a tape measure, moron. Well, I'd comment that. Based on no, I'm not assuming the radius because I've already. Will you stop fucking interrupting me, you fucking child bitch? Yeah. So when you can observe the fucking curve, idiot, you're not assuming nothing. A basketball fits in your hand and you can observe the whole fucking thing. Don't be a fucking idiot. It's not comparable to the Earth. It's not comparable to the Earth. You tell me how you're going to measure the curve of the fucking Earth. I don't give a fuck about a basketball. The idiot can measure that.
Heroes never die.
That doesn't prove the curve. That proves distance. No, straight lines are just distance. No, they're not curved. Straight line doesn't curve. Until you... Listen, bitch, the only way you have to have curvature in measurement is to computate it in based on your dimensions. You've never measured your dimensions, so nobody knows they're true. No, the way I got the radius of the basketball was a physical full measurement from beginning to end. I visually observed that it was a sphere in my hand, so everything else is not a logical inference, it's a fucking fact. I don't have to assume the shape of the fucking ball because I can observe it. You can observe the ball. Yes, I do. Any distance is a straight line. I just said that, you moron. 300 miles is 300 miles. I don't care if you wrap it in a bow, it's 300 miles. But if you're saying that 300 miles forms a bow, you're going to have to show me so I can observe it. We could use calipers. We can get an outer dimension from calipers. Or a height gauge. No, we wouldn't. It's just like a moron to make something that's very simple more complicated than it is. You can visually see the ball. You know you're going to wrap the tape measure around there and it's not going to be perfect because it's not going to fit, but it's going to be a good approximation for the sphere you visually observe in front of you. Where's the sphere you visually observe that you've connected lines and angles to say it's a sphere? Nobody's observed it. Nobody ever measures it in reality. Nobody can see this curve. You have to assume it or computate for it. So none of this addressed the point.
But you just
Nope.
confessed that even your tape measure was not accurate to the basketball because there's deviations, indentations in the basketball.
Yes, that's why I called it approximation. It's in the word approximation. I swear, you listen, you are not as smart as you think you are.
That's
Well,
you just conceded to exactly what I'm talking about.
your point is that your
No, he
assumption.
did not.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
A basketball, you can measure it with a
Listen.
caliper.
Triangulations over
Shut up,
Hold on,
moron.
get.
You can't use bullshit.
Talon, we stop.
Yeah.
Listen, we've given you that. You can use all those straight lines to approximate something, but what you need to do there, because you can't see the entirety of what you're measuring, is assume the shape of the fucking surface, because you'll never measure curvature in reality, only straight lines. We can observe the basketball, we know it's curved.
No, it's not.
I'm not missing the point. All measurements are approximations. All motherfucking numbers are approximate.
The measurements are not approximate. I mean, the measurements
That's
are
just
direct.
fucking idiot
Who
thinks
all
he's
the measurements together, that approximates.
All
he is. This dude's
measuring
a fucking.
instruments,
He's a
they have
smart
a
ass fucking
measuring
retard.
precision grade.
We're just gonna get mad, then I guess I won.
I'm not
Shut
mad.
up,
I'm
Alan.
really. It's desperation. The world is full of a bunch of
Yeah.
fucking retards who think they're smart.
Well, you just told me. You just gave away the exact
Listen, what's the precision grade you can
Listen,
measure with
and we
a
also covered the fact that computation and calculation isn't direct measurement. You have to assume curvature because you can't get a far enough view away to view the surface. So yes, you can do whatever you want and say it's a sphere, but it doesn't prove it's one.
No, again, you're getting it wrong. We're measuring the curve. We're assuming the globe in order to get the radius.
I didn't get it wrong, motherfucker.
It's exactly the
No,
same thing that we do.
listen.
Like a
No, you don't. No,
circumference.
nobody
And they
measures
use
the
that to
fuck.
calculate the radius. We do the same thing with the Earth.
You use a dip in the horizon to get the radius, you fucking moron, and that's not a measurement. It's a computation. You're a fucking idiot.
Those are measurements.
They're computation.
Distance over from a baseline.
And it goes like this. It goes like this. If Earth was a sphere of this radius, you're a fucking.
That's how you measure all curves, dude. How do you think you get a radius?
That's not a measurement. Computation is a measurement. Computation is a measurement. Computation is not measurement. Computation is not direct measurement.
Correct.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, I am. A handheld thing you can actually measure. You're holding it in your hand. You don't see the Earth. You haven't measured it. You can't observe the shape. You can't show me the shape. The only thing you can do is computate an assumed curvature. And that's not proof that it's actually a sphere. You don't. You don't have curvature.
Hey, Battlemod.
No, you don't.
Battlemod.
That's why. Listen. That's why you only say it and you don't build the bridge. You do have curve because you don't have curve, and you don't know how you would explain that. You do. You tell me. How do you got the curvature?
You would assume if you had part of a curve, you would assume 360 degrees.
No, if you just assume.
That's the only way to get a radius is to assume a full circle with part of a curve. So you have to assume a globe. If you're measuring a three-dimensional curve, you have to assume a globe to get the.
Are you really this
but
dumb?
show me how you get that radius measuring
if you
a
want a
straight line.
radius, listen.
Yeah.
So if you have a surface and you're measuring a
curve, shut up, you moron. You keep asking.
Accurate radius. You guys just played yourselves. Welcome to the globe.
No,
you just
listen,
played yourself.
Hold on. How can you say assume? Assume.
Into the break. Go ahead and take that.
No, bitch. You're not getting past this. Listen, you said I assume 360 degrees 1,000 times, and then you act like you won with it. Are you really that dumb? No, you got a radius. I'm telling you how
We
you
don't
got
have
it.
a radius. What are you
Stop.
talking about?
Listen, I don't have a radius. I
Yeah,
don't
we
have a
don't have
radius.
one.
I don't have a radius. You got
Yeah, we're not
one by
measuring the
assuming
radius.
it.
That's the whole problem, dude.
Well, we don't know that we have a curve, so we assumed 360 degrees. Just like you said, you are right about that. We no, you assume 360 degrees. Bitch, if you can observe the curve, show us. If it's when you show me the curvature, I will agree to your assumption of 360 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, go measure that curve and stop chatting at us because we've been waiting for 7, 8 years.
You have to accept it because that's the only way.
No.
I
No, we know that celestial
listen.
navigation
No, no,
proves
no,
Earth
no.
is flat.
Lumpy, he's right. I accept that you assume 360 degrees. I accept that, but it doesn't prove shit to me.
Well,
Of the curve. So like when I take measurements and then I find a partial
where are they?
curve and then I get
Is
the radius
assumption
of
measurement
assuming a globe, that's what proves the globe, my dude.
is
That
assumption
sounds
measurement.
so-
Yeah, he is. That's right. And you, so don't
Assuming a globe is necessary for calculating the radius of it.
listen. Calculations, computations, none of that is a measurement.
Yeah, but how do you get like what are you calculating?
Just because you start with a raw measurement.
Battlemod, where do you get numbers to do calculations about the surface of the Earth?
So now we want to go through the numeric system that started as dots, right? So it's just
I want you to answer my question. Where do you
it's a
get
unit of measure.
calculations on finding out what the surface of the Earth is shaped like?
I would use celestial navigation to prove that Earth is not curving over water.
Listen,
It's proof.
you want the history of the numeric system, Dewey Decimal, and all that shit? I don't understand the question. I don't understand the question.
So we get measurements. We get the numbers from the measurements. So we take distance.
Okay, so
we
hold on.
distances and angles. Wait. Let me take this. So we measure.
No, we don't triangulate this.
There's no angles on a sphere.
We do not triangulate distances. We measure distance with a rule or a chain. We don't triangulate that shit.
Well, in celestial navigation, elevation
Listen, this
angles are
dude doesn't
measured,
understand
and by
what even
intersecting
triangle.
three
intersecting lines create a perfect triangle, not a spherical
Yeah,
triangle.
celestial
So
sphere
next
is
try.
derived from a flat Earth.
Yeah, it's computated. That's the only way you can get it. First, you have to assume 360 degrees before you can calculate a radius for a thing you can't see is curved. You got to assume. No, it's not. Listen, if you would stop with the blowhard shit. So all curves, the entire radius at one time, no.
No, you would measure an
listen.
arc segment of the basketball. Listen, I'm a tool and die maker. I know how this measurement works.
Hold on, guys.
You could measure an arc segment of that basketball and figure out the radius off that arc segment. We have a minimum. No,
Listen, I can measure a radius within the 10,000ths, man. You're a fucking moron, dude. Doing die shit.
No shit.
We do it on microscopic levels. I'm done entertaining this moron. First thing I do is observe that the object profile that I'm looking at has a radius. That's the first step in measuring a radius.
Yeah, to measure with ultra precision, we can use linear encoders.
Yeah, I do radical movements on this motherfucker. First, before I measure a radius, I must observe that there is said radius.
But if you took like tangents, and then if you took
tangents,
Listen, do you know what a magnetic linear encoder is?
You're making category areas all over. You're making computations, measurements, tangent lines in the spheres, and man, you're gonna get.
He doesn't even know to read the micrometer.
Use a sock, bro.
He will. Battle mode. this guy wouldn't know to read a micrometer if it wasn't digital.
No, hell no, man. He couldn't. This motherfucker
Yeah.
couldn't even machine a pipe. He couldn't make a pipe, a steel
No,
rod.
he can't. Yeah.
You couldn't give me a circular steel rod, motherfucker. And if you did,
Uh,
it cut me when you handed it to me because you're no machinist.
yeah. I wouldn't give
You need,
him
listen,
not even a drilling machine to this
hey,
one.
he needs to deburr that argument because that shit done sliced me about 5 times.
Yeah.
That's how I got a bad cut, was on a die plate on the back of it. You have to get an air bubble under it to get it off
Yeah.
the grinding, the magnet. And you can't
Yeah.
get sharp. You have to keep it sharp so you can't tell if it's got a little tiny burr. But when they're like 1,400-pound plate, you got to pull pretty good. And
Yeah.
they got me on my index finger.
They
Worst cut
got
of my
you
Oh,
career.
right.
man. It sounds like a deep cut.
It was bad. Yeah, I didn't. You feel like you're being cut anyway, because you got to have a sharp edge.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
heavy object. It's
I'm with
sharp
you,
edge.
dude. That motherfucker damn near lost a limb is what I'm picturing. A digit, anyway.
No, it was a cut. I kind of pulled my finger back off it because I was telling it was more than I was happy with. But it was my right hand, and my index finger is dominant on that hand too. It kind of helps
Hey,
control everything.
listen, this kid knows he ain't got shit. He's just trolling.
Yeah.
He's trolling.
I mean, I do have triangulation. So
Oh, yeah.
Triangulate on his spears.
Listen.
Tell me the major problem here. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you the major problem of triangulating on a sphere, and that is diverging zeniths. You need parallel zenith from the measurement, the vertice of the angle to the ground position. You need vertice. You need the direct up. The zeniths need to be parallel. You don't have that on a sphere. It's coming out from the center of the radius. If it were a sphere, therefore you cannot triangulate on it. I mean, this is simple stuff, dude.
Yeah.
It's fun with shapes, man. No, it's fun with shapes, man. You're trying to stuff a circle into a triangle and you're not getting it. If you're in kindergarten, yeah, yes, no. That word doesn't help you. You're stuck trying
No,
to
it doesn't.
shove a
It
circle
just.
into a triangle, man. You don't have to
Listen.
anywhere use the ballpark.
Be specific about it. I was approximating a direct measurement to calculate for human error. You're approximating some shit we can't even view. Oh no, I can wrap it. Yeah, I can.
So you have like the threads in the basketball that you don't have to like perfectly like glue the.
Listen, due to topography, no distance. You're a moron, dude.
You're a numpty,
The
dude.
fuck is he talking about? Gluing the
No,
ruler to the
no,
object of
no, it's
measurement?
not. Listen, no, no, you're still lost.
Do
Listen,
you even know how those bumps are
stop.
being
I want to
measured?
say this. Hold on, listen. I want to say this one time and one time only. You cannot measure spherical excess. Excess happens when you convert a measurement from one coordinate system to another. Its antecedents are those coordinate systems, and the conversion from one to the other, you end up with leftover. You can only have access when you're doing something and there's some leftover. Okay, remainder and division. You know what I'm talking about. So you don't measure spherical axis that in the ideal that you think you can direct. Oh, right here, this 5 inches, that's access. It means you don't understand even what it is.
You're calculating it, right? Like you don't try to like get every single indentation. You just take the straight line over.
I said exactly what I wanted to say, and what I meant that when you convert from one coordinate system to another, you end up with excess. How the measurements are taken, if you want to learn the process of survey, you can fucking go to school just like I did, motherfucker. But until then, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We throw it away because we listen. What do you mean? What do we do with the excess? It's just a map. It's just a fucking map. You're just trying to create a globe map, a globe coordinate system. You to fit the fucking triangles that you actually measure on the globe, you have to trim some of the area off. So what do you do with the trimmed off area? You just throw it the fuck away. In the coordinate system, in the math, in the computation, it's just ignored the excess. And
That's awesome.
that speaks to the accuracy of the motherfucking model, because all those pieces you threw on the fucking floor are places I wanted to go for my next vacation, motherfucker. And we measured those miles in reality. But in your fictional fairy tale land where you live, that place doesn't exist. Even though half my garage is in there and part of my junkyard went there. When you slice out that triangle, I lost 16 fucking classic cars. They were in a
Battle mode.
field out back, rotting away. Shit, but
Yeah.
they were mine, motherfucker.
And they just disappeared as soon as they did the map.
As soon as they cut up your fake fairy tale globe, yeah. Yep. And guess what?
Talon.
Guess what though? When I get out of the closet and I go out into my yard, that land's actually fucking there, because I don't live in Narnia. I live in the real world where that land actually is there, and it's just a level surface with some topography.
Damn, sounds like you just contradicted yourself.
No, what are you talking? No, what? How? Where? You're just blurting out a phrase.
He's just trolling, dude.
His land is gone, but it was there.
Talon.
Yeah, in
Talon.
your
land there, or isn't it? It keeps vanishing.
well, the question, yeah, answer that question for me. My land is there. So what does that mean? What it actually yes, in planar, yes, because all maps are done in Cartesian coordinates in planar. No, it's not magic extra land. It's land you actually measure in Cartesian coordinates, but that true triangle doesn't wrap around a sphere. So you have to trim it out. How do you do that? You correct for your station placement
Why doesn't it
with,
wrap around a sphere?
because it doesn't fit. Because it's not a sphere, it's a flat earth.
Why doesn't it fit though?
Because it's not a sphere of those dimensions, it's a flat earth.
But you just said, wait a minute. But you just said that
No. To paste your ball together, you got to take away land that actually exists. What's that prove? It's more a logical inference that it's probably not a globe of those dimensions. I wouldn't say it's a globe killer.
It sounds like, but I mean, it sounds like it is though, because again,
It doesn't matter what some kid on the internet understands, because any civil engineer I had this conversation with would laugh at that joke, because it's a joke we all say to each other, that part of my land was missing when we surveyed it. And, he said, yeah, that's okay. The government got that when they converted to a globe.
Say battle mod.
No, they're not flat
I have a
earthers.
question
They're
for
just
you.
civil engineers that actually know that land exists, and we measured it. And if it doesn't fit on that, then those aren't the right numbers, at the very least.
Yes, because the real measurements are done planar measurements and not spherical measurements. And they know that conversion.
Well, yeah, of course they're planar, because they were like line of sight measurements, right? They were doing line of sight. A bunch of line of sight measurement over a curve, and so they're getting that spherical excess, which means that they're getting extra measurement that they don't want, because it's not there. It's extra base measurement.
Try to reconnect battle mode. I think you're robotic.
Oh, me? Did I screw up or? Okay, well, let me try this again. So, if you were to use Polaris and you're at the equator, pillars will be right on top of the horizon, and you would use a line of sight to the horizon, and that would be calibrated with your sextant as 0 and measure an angle to Polaris, and that angle would be useful for measuring a circle of equal elevation, and that would be at the equator. If the Polaris is right on top of the horizon or right at the horizon, it's going to be you're at the equator, and it's 2 straight lines measuring an angle. So, and that's using a sextant, and that's over, thousands of miles of distance of 2 straight lines, and a 90-degree angle required at the ground position of the star. And that tells us that it couldn't have followed an arc path. Why? No, because it needs to be a straight line, and the zeniths need to correspond. And you need to also be able to flip that triangle on its hypotenuse and make a rectangle. So relations aren't actually changing; they're just converging to the vanishing point at the horizon. The lights in the sky do that due to distance.
We have to go over that multiple times. I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know what parts are right or wrong.
Okay, so if you're using a sextant, you're going to have an eyepiece and then a mirror, and your eyepiece you get your horizon set to 0 when you have your tool perpendicular to the horizon, and your horizon mirror and your horizon eyepiece make them level, and then you have the height of the tool, and that goes into your calibration to get a 0 set so you can measure an angle. And in order to measure an angle, you need 2 straight lines that meet at a vertice, and that's what you're doing